Hi! So today I'm going to do some Q&As, subscriber Q&A. A couple weeks ago I asked for questions, so I'm going to get into it. Let's see. What do I have first? So question number one. These are kind of spread out through different freaking sub-videos. So let me just see. Okay. Number one. What is the worst / annoying, most boring deck to play against? Where the hell do you begin? Boring to play against, I guess, would be like anything that's like super solitaire-ish, super linear. Like, I mean, I've only been playing for a year, but I think the highlights so far have been Bujin and Infernoid. I swear to God, like, Chainburn has more interaction than playing against Bujin. Honestly, like, I actually have to, like, you know, plan around, like, I don't know, they're all shit decks. I hate, there's so much crap in this game. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed there is so much garbage in this game? But, yeah, I'd have to say, like, Infernoid or Bujin. That is easily, like, some of the worst shit I've ever, like, played against. And it's, like, Infernoid is, I hate Infernoids, like, because they just, like, it's like Lightsworn, you know, except Lightsworn are actually, like, unplayable. Potentially, sort of. I mean, the Lightsworn Minerva is pretty good when you play clowns and stuff. But, like, come on, it's just fucking activate reasoning and then harder reasoning for 24 mil my deck. It's so shite. Because like, if a deck could just win, like, with a dice roll, that's so boring. If a deck can win with, like, you know, frickin', do I mill well? No? Okay, well, I lose. Do I draw reasoning? No? Okay, well, I lose. Like, how does that deck do anything without, like, reasoning, like, and charge turn one? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking awful. And, like, the decision trees are so small. Anyway, let's just move on before I, like, have a heart attack. Are you still going to play Burning Abyss at YCS Lille? So obviously this question is a little bit old. I am not going to YCS Lille because YCS Lille has been annexed by ISIS, unfortunately. So no YCS Lille for me. There is a CCG thing going on, but I decided I'm not going to go, as I would rather spend some money, not spend money on a locals across Europe and have to buy food and drink, etc., to sustain myself for a full weekend when I could be focusing on my uni work for my final year. So, no, even if I was going to go hypothetically, I gave up on Burning Abyss very, very quickly after reading Magispector Kirin. If there is anyone out there, anyone in the vast ocean of the internet and open sea of the world, if there is anything in your head that tells you to play Burning Abyss, from this day forward, let it be known that no more, don't play Burning Abyss. Read Unicorn, okay, Unicorn. Read Magispector Kirin, okay, and then try and tell me that Burning Abyss is a good shout. Read a Cosmo card and tell me that Burning Abyss is a good idea. I mean, Burning Abyss have a great matchup against Cosmo in comparison to Magispector Unicorn. I've already been over so many times how hard it is to get over a Magispector Unicorn. You can't get over that thing, like with Burning Abyss. There is no out in your deck. Nothing you can do out Magispector Unicorn reliably, right? You can't make Dante. You cannot make a Dante with Magispector Unicorn on the field, okay? You can make it, it's just not gonna, like, work. So, let's see. Next question. Favorite format ever? Well, like I said, I haven't been playing long. I haven't even, like, done many, like, cross-format things. So I'm not really too sure. Well, I am kind of sure of my decision. I just don't think it's gonna be very balanced. You know what I mean? I've only been playing since just after Dragon Rulers got murdered. So, for me, I'd have to say, like, my favorite format was probably Hat format, April 2014. I don't like Tier 0 format. Some people do. I can understand the argument. I like the diversity. I liked being able to just fucking put 3 Sanctums, 2 Moral Tax into any deck in the entire existence of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it would probably, like, be competent. I liked putting hands into every single deck ever, and it would probably be competent. I enjoyed that. I liked that. I liked that there was no defined format. It was fun. It was some of the most fun I've ever had in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I only wish that we can have something like that again. That's me, but maybe I'm a scrubby casual who doesn't know anything about the game, hence why I prefer non-defined formats. Next question. What kind of other games do you play apart from Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't have time for anything at all right now apart from uni. So other than running this channel, occasionally filming locals, I actually don't do anything outside university. But when I do have time, I have World of Warcraft. I play that. I used to anyway. I used to play that shit a lot. I've been playing on and off since the very beginning, since it came out. So 10, 11 years of WoW for me, and I'm 23 now, so I started when I was literally 12 years old. The game's like a part of my life. It's absolutely, it's a culture, you know. So yeah, that's like my other game that I would play if I had time right now. Probably I would play that. Over the Christmas period, if I get a couple days off here and there while I'm not studying for exams, I'm probably going to be playing Fallout. I've never actually played any of the Fallouts. Well, I played Fallout 3. I got out the vault, so that's not really playing Fallout. This is not really my kind of game. I don't like RPGs, which sounds strange because I love WoW, but I don't know. I guess that's maybe just because it's so attached to me for playing it for so long or something. Maybe that's the reason. I used to play Call of Duty 2. I don't mean Modern Warfare 2, by the way. I mean Call of Duty 2, like the game from like 8 years ago. I used to play that competitively. Not competitively, like almost competitively. Like I was probably good enough to be like in a team or something, do you know what I mean? I think they used to call it like Cal I or Cal O, were like the seedings and stuff. Yeah, I used to play that game like religiously, Call of Duty 1 and 2. None of this shit we have now, Modern Warfare, that stuff's terrible. Just saying, you know, I'm not being a hipster, but yeah, those Call of Duties were the best. Let's see. Will you ever shave the beard? No. How awesome is Frankie Boyle? Pretty cool. Let's see, scrolling down. Thoughts and opinions on Pendulums, XYZ, Synchros. I don't know what that means. I mean, like, what's my opinion on them? Like, it's part of the game. Like, you just play it, you deal with it. But I guess, like, I guess one thing to maybe talk about is the fact that Pendulums are now... one second, let me just get a new duel up in the background while I speak. I guess it's important to note that fucking everyone's playing Cosmo. Get a life! Like, the deck is so shit. I think I forgot to mention that. That's probably one of the worst decks as well I've ever played against. But I kind of like playing against Cosmo because they're so bad. Like, like against Bujin, like with the decks that you had at the time, it was kind of hard to out a Yamato, like with your deck, because you didn't really have strong cards at the time. I just fucking, like, Cosmo can't out a Majesty's Fiend. Cosmo cannot out a Majesty's Fiend, right? You need like Raigeki or Dark Hole, which are shit cards this format. Like, everyone's playing Cosmo. Give up. Get a life. Where was I? Okay, thoughts on Pendulums, XYZ, and Synchros. So everyone was up in roar when XYZs came out saying it was busted, it was going to break the game, you know, with things like Tour Guide. It's just a natural curve of this game. Like, I was having a sort of a mini debate with one of my friends, talking about how the game is just like shit now because of the power creep, and how he's one of those, oh, it was so good back in the old days, you know, GOAT format, like that kind of shit. Like, that's what he thinks. And I guess I understand, and I think that Pendulums and XYZs, I think XYZs and Synchros are more fair. Synchros especially are really fair cards because, you know, you go neg 1 to make a really, you know, a powerful monster, right? Like, that's kind of how a strategy card game should be, you know? It's risk versus reward. Do I go neg to make something powerful, or do I, like, you know, just make a board of small guys or something? Do you know what I mean? There has to be, like, this kind of risk-reward thing. But with Pendulums, it's like, there is no risk, you know? You can just on the field, and, you know, if they, like... I don't know. They can't like do anything because you have these recurring level 4s that you just overlay into. You know, and I think with all of these things like combined together, it makes for like some really crazy plays. I'm not saying it's like skillless or something. Of course, like you need to be not retarded to like pendulum summon into like a warning or a bottomless or something like that. But I can understand like how it's sort of become unfair where, you know, we're at a point where you need to play pendulums in order to like move on. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say like it's okay and stuff, but like I understand there are so many fucking retards that say stupid things that pendulums ruin the game and XYZ's ruin the game. Meta sheep playing all this. Shut up, okay? Just shut up, okay? You're terrible. Just shut up. You know what I mean? Like, there's just you. If you don't like it, quit. If you want to play it, then that's fine. So what do I think about them? Going back to the main question, I don't know. What was I even talking about for just like 5 minutes there? Fuck knows. Let's see. More questions. No, that's not a question. That's a rude comment. Fuck, where was it? Okay. What decks would you recommend to people who got back into the game recently? I generally like combo decks and play them more than anything else. Things like Infernity and Synchrons. Also, any tips for these decks nowadays for going against newer decks? All I face online is those meta decks, and sometimes I feel like playing my good old Quasar Synchrons, you know. Ooh, meta sheep. Well, first and foremost, I'm going to start with that last bit. I mean, in the end, like, play what you want. I mean, if you're not being competitive, if you're not, like, concerned about winning, then just play what you want, you know, have fun. I guess that's first and foremost with this game. Some people have fun through winning. Some people have fun by going in with a shit deck and ruining a good player's chance of topping because they lost to some fucking stupid barrier statue fucking Majesty Fiend Turbo Rogue deck in round 2. Do you know what I mean? Some people enjoy that. I would love that. I would love to go to an event playing fucking Dog Breath the deck with like triple Scale Drain, triple Emptiness, triple Lose a Turn back in the whatever format, last one or something like that, and just ruin someone's day because, you know, I thought it would be funny to play fucking You Send Your Chainburn or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, just shit on someone's dreams and hopes and loves and what they think is good in the world because I played awful decks just to ruin their night, you know. I would have loved to have been one of those guys during Necros format who played like just 25 trap cards and like 6 hands, just nothing else. Do you know what I mean? Just play 6 hands and 26 traps and like upstarts and dualities or something, right? I would have loved to do that. Like, if that's what you want to do, if that's what's fun for you, then go ahead, do it by all means. You know, it's funny. But I mean, if you want to win, then you need to play a good deck. Like that's just the logic, right? Do you know what I mean? You don't say like there's so many people who say dumb shit like. Oh, Blackwings are great. They're just not built well, and people don't know how to play them. No, shut the fuck up. Everyone knows how to play Blackwings, right? And there's no one who doesn't know how to play. That's cheating. This guy's cheating right now, by the way. You can't core for core. I'm gonna message him right now and tell him you can't do that. It's not core in the main deck, I think. Sorry, I like how I'm doing this in the middle of a thing. Special someone wants Cyber Dragon Monster from your deck. Oh. Never mind, I'm bad, ignore me. I'm talking shit. It is a Cyber Dragon monster. Is it? Yeah, it's a Cyber Dragon monster. I thought it said you can special summon one Cyber Dragon, but because it says Cyber Dragon monster, you can't actually summon a core from your deck. Where was I? Yeah, there's like people who say stupid shit like, Blackwings are great, Glad Beasts are amazing, Fire Fists are still good this format. Like, no, they're not, okay? Everyone knows how to build Blackwings. Everyone knows how to play Blackwings. Nothing you do or say about Blackwings is going to make Blackwings good, no matter how much you bitch and moan about how, like, you're good and no one else is, like, playing it correctly. Do you know what delusion is? Do you know what the definition of delusion is? The definition of delusion is a Blackwing player thinking their deck is worth squat. Right? It's quite sad. There are actually people in the world who think Blackwing is a good deck. And they are convinced that the 0 tops it's had since like 2007 is a result of bad people. if that's not delusion, I don't know what is. Like, how stupid must you be? Like, okay, let me ask you. Do you play Blackwings? Yeah, I play Blackwings. Blackwings are amazing. I love Blackwings. Okay. When was the last time Blackwings topped anything relevant whatsoever? You go fuck yourself, meta sheep, blah, blah, etc., etc., right? Where was I going with this? I don't know. It just turned into like a Blackwing rant. Yeah, let's move on. I'm sorry. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, just play what you want. Yeah, play what you want for fun. As for what's a good deck for getting back into the game, like. Getting back into the game is different from starting the game. So if you're starting the game, I would recommend you just go on DN and play Goat Mirrors. Honestly, like try and understand the basics, like structure of the game, right? You know, try understand like Go format is great for reading opponents, right? It's good for learning how to read. It's good for learning how to play around certain cards. It's good for learning how to bluff. Like very basic elements of Yu-Gi-Oh, right? You can get all of that in Goat format. And of course, you know, you can potentially learn things like chain links and stuff like quite well. Chain links not so much in Go format, but I would say Go format is good for learning to be good at the game, like starting out. As for learning like mechanics of the game pretty well, and just getting back into the game in general, I think just throw yourself into the deep end. Honestly, like that. Like how do you learn anything in life? You learn by trying and failing, right? Just pick up the best deck. Like, don't buy it, of course, like because that would be stupid for you to like, you know. Last week I learned how to tribute summon, so I'm gonna play full power Necrons. No, don't do that. You're not gonna do well. Okay, you're only gonna like break your bank. But like, just play on DN with some friends. The best thing to do is play against people who are better than you. Ask them what you did wrong and stuff like that. You can maybe play some games open-handed, so everyone plays face up, you know, and talk to your opponent and say that, what do you think would be the best thing to play around here? What's the correct play and stuff? You know, you learn by doing, right? Learn to like just like net deck is like the best deck of currently, right? Like if I was coming to a game like that, like just net deck a Mage Spectre Paladin, Mage Spectre Magician deck or something, right? And then just build it, like copy the deck card for card, and then just go play it, and then like tune it as you see fit, and then just learn as you play. Like that's how life is, you know. That's just how you learn things and shit. So, I guess that like for getting into the game, just that's what I would say. Oh, fucking breakthrough skill. That's great against Cosmo, man. Great cards. I generally like combo decks and play them more than anything else. Currently, I'd suggest like Madolch if you really like combo decks. Even just like Pepe currently is like really good like combo deck. You know, you can play like Brilliant Fusion Pepe, which is so fun. There's so many different decision trees and combos. Like, I'd recommend something like that. Inferni and Synchrons, don't play Inferni and Synchrons. Those are shit. Any tips for decks nowadays for going against newer decks? For these decks, the best tip I can give you for Inferni is go into your living room. If you have a fireplace, put like logs and tinder and stuff on the wood. Make a fire, and put your Infernity deck in there, and then scream "Hail Satan," and hopefully you'll have mastered Infernity. That's what I would do. Same with Synchrons. Just burn them. I couldn't tell you, honestly, in all seriousness. If you enjoy those decks, just play them as you wish, but I couldn't tell you how to make them better, apart from burning them. Let's see. I'm sure there's one somewhere. Oh, okay. What is your favorite deck of all time? A deck like I've really got attached to is like, I guess, Infernity in hat format. I thought that was really good, even with just the one barrier. I even played it in like Firefist format. I think I played some Infernity near the end. I got my Euro invite, first ever Euro invite playing Fire Fist. But I think straight after I started playing Infernity. Yeah, honestly, I think Infernity is probably like my favorite deck of all time. I really like the Mythic Rulers in like hat format. So like the Dragon variant of that we had in hat format, that was pretty fun with the 3 Soul Charge. Can't think of things that are really fun to play. But yeah, I think that's. I think I got one more here. Do you think the power creep of this game has gone out of control? So this is something that I could like make a whole video about. Like, has the power creep... Like, I sort of talked about a lot of this in my video discussing does Yu-Gi-Oh! Need more life points, right? Now, more life points is a kind of a band-aid fix for... I guess you might not even call it a problem, but some people could see it as a problem. The fact that cards are really powerful right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, cards are so strong at the moment. And what you find is like duels are over in like 2 or 3 turns. So in one hand, yeah, I can see power creep is sort of bad because I mean you can like lose to your hands a lot of the time, but at the same time, power creep really rewards deck building. But I think that generally it's just the natural evolution of the game. Like cards are just going to get better with time. You can't really do anything about that. So, yeah. I can't be bothered talking because my dinner's waiting for me. Sorry, that's a really long question. I have much to say on that. If you watch my video on should Yu-Gi-Oh! Have more life points, you probably like get a better understanding. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the questions. I really appreciate that. And yeah, so I'll make something hopefully this week as well. Something new. So thanks for watching as always, and see you next time.
Face me, give in to your pride, show me your